I'm going to admit something. Last year at this point in time, I knew about AI, but I really didn't know that much. This year, I have really come to understand AI at a novice level, let me say it that way. But I've come to understand a lot more of the business applications and the implications for society as a whole. And I got to tell you, there's things that make me, excited, and the promise it can do for our health and all the rest. And there are things that literally terrify the hell out of me. What we could do to our labor markets, and most importantly, the reason why most every founder of AI said it needs to stop, because it could literally eliminate mankind. But today I'm not here to talk about those things. I'm talking about the economics of AI. And they've been profound and will be profound and will have an influence what the Fed and the federal government are going to do. All right, so let's look at AI adoption. ChatGPT in 0.2 of a year has reached 100 million users, faster than any technology that has ever come along. Netflix, it took 10 years. Facebook, 4.5 years. It's amazing. I don't search anymore. I just use ChatGPT. Hey, what's the Fed's balance sheet at today? Hey, who are the Packers playing? I mean, it's amazing what it does. We had a leak of our batteries from our golf cart, and my wife and I are like, what is this? Well, let's go ask AI. It literally told us. It was amazing. Battery acid. Yeah, not good. I got a big stain in inside our garage. So it's amazing adoption. Because of that, capital expenditures have exploded. And the amount of money on CapEx that's being spent and driving data centers and all the rest is through the roof. They're going to be projecting trillions of dollars over the next 5 years of AI spend, CapEx spend. Is it going to be sustainable? I question that, and we'll get to it. And how it's been financed so far is very questionable. It's this big circular financing by a handful of companies that, are all doing deals with one another. I'll give you an example. NVIDIA says, hey, OpenAI, because you don't have a lot of capital, I'll give you $100 billion, but for giving you $100 billion, you come buy $100 billion of my chips. Oracle's done the same thing with OpenAI and AMD, CoreWeave. It's all just a handful of companies. It's the same dynamic that was going on during the internet bubble. The problem is it's sustainable. Here's a big issue that AI has to solve. AI cannot work without electrons, power, energy. And the energy usage of AI is off the charts. 200 terawatts. A terawatt is a billion kilowatts. A terawatt's an enormous amount of energy. AI or data centers right now are using a little over 200 terawatts. In the next 5 years, it's projected to go use up to 700 terawatts. Folks, to put that into understanding, what does this mean? That would power 21 million additional homes a year. Do you know how many single-family homes are in California? About 9.5 million. Where the heck are they going to come up with all that energy? I don't see it. And by the way, they're dropping data centers everywhere. My state's the number one. Why? Because we have cheap energy and we have abundant water. Great Lakes state, right? And they need water to cool. Problem is, they're trying to put these things everywhere. When they put them in your community, what does it do? It's the mega multi-billion-dollar tech companies that are arbitraging cheap energy off of that community. Studies showed that electricity prices raised by 267% when a data center comes into their market versus 5 years ago. That is why the majority of Americans are now opposed to data centers coming into their communities. And it doesn't matter whether you're a Republican or a Democrat. It's a majority on both parties are opposed to data centers coming in. They're going to have a real battle with this issue. And if they don't solve it, AI is never going to live up to all the things that they're promising. And then all that CapEx investment, a lot of it will go up in smoke. Now here's AI intelligence stocks. This includes NVIDIA. This includes, all the big ones and all the small ones. Basically, $29.2 trillion of value. And look at it. It's gone up. Any AI stock from 23 to today is up basically 300%. AI is going to have to generate revenues or cost savings of $2 trillion to justify all this capital investment. And yet AI right now is only generating about $20 billion. By the way, it's very easy to get a product launched if you can use it for free. I'm not paying anything for ChatGPT. I don't think many of you are. Some people pay the $20 a month. Some people pay the $200. But I don't see where the revenue's coming. You could take all the revenue of all the advertising, take it away from television stations, from newspapers, from magazines, direct it all to AI. It doesn't come close to supporting all the capital investment. So how are they going to get there? The only way they can get there is through cost savings. And what is cost savings? The elimination of people and jobs. And this is where I come down to my opinion. The AI bubble will absolutely crash and burn. Why would I say such a thing? And I believe this technology is enormous. It's going to be just like the internet. It's going to be profound. It's going to have such a big impact. But why would I come to that conclusion? Because if AI can't get the power, if all of a sudden they can't get the revenue or they can't get the cost savings, then you're going to have a cratering of balance sheets that have spent trillions of dollars of losses on all this capital investment. Or AI does get those cost savings. I don't think they'll get the revenue. They'll get some revenue, but they get the cost savings. But what does that mean? That means we're going to unemploy 10, 15, 20, 30% of America. Think of that. And by the way, a lot of people think we're a technology economy. Ha! You know what we are? We're a financialized economy. We've become a financialized economy since the 1980s. We have debt underneath every single thing we own. Our cars, our homes, our buildings, our businesses. Credit card debt, debt here, debt there. You take the unemployment rate from 4.3 to 8.6, folks, we're in a world of hurt. And by the way, you think wealth inequality is bad now? All of a sudden, businesses start making more and more money because they've eliminated all the jobs. They're using AI, and you're putting more and more Americans out. We'll have a revolution. So AI lives up to it. You're going to crater the whole financial system and have, enormous amount of Americans ready to pick up pitchforks. And the political system will change real fast. Or AI doesn't live up to it, and they've just spent several trillions of dollars, and now how the heck do we pay for it? Again, I'd love to talk forever about AI and all the rest, but what happens with AI is going to have a big impact on what the Federal Reserve will ultimately do. All right, so wrapping up.